Hello, I just wanted to run through the homework really quick. This is due next Sunday. And so let's just go over kind of, I guess, the expectations first. Then we kind of run through the code. Again, this shouldn't take you more than half an hour at the most. You can spend more time. As always, I recommend doing this the next couple days, uploading it. If you have problems, let me know, but you shouldn't. Now, you can't wait till Sunday night. Then if you have problems, email me. I won't reply. So if you have problems, you have to give me at least 24 hours. So let's say Saturday by 8 p.m. Say, hey, I need help with this. I don't need help with this. So Saturday by 7, 8 p.m. is the cutoff if you need my help for this. Or any homework assignment in general. So just to give you a heads up on that. So really, the expectation on this is you have to submit a notebook, which I give you a link to. You just change it, easy peasy. You have to explain the two methods you are comparing. I'm comparing NLTK and Spacy. I'm comparing regex split or Python split and TensorFlow. Just name them so I know what you're doing. Then explain, just in English, the difference between what you see. Okay, this one separates out commas. This one doesn't separate out commas. This one deals with apostrophes different. It doesn't have to be anything great. I just want you to know, I want you to explain the difference. That's why up here it says copy enough text that you can actually see a difference. Discuss the limitations of tokenization and the potential next steps, or I guess previous steps in the text analysis. So hey, maybe I should use stop words first, or maybe I should have removed special characters. Okay, that's all I'm looking for. Just a sentence or two of what you should do next, or what you should have done to make this process better. Okay, so here, let's just load the notebook. These two are the same thing. I'm just going to click here. So again, all you got to do is find some text. You have to make it lowercase, which I'm not going to show you, but you can just Google how to make text lowercase. Since it's a string, it's super easy. You just tack something on here. It's a 2-second thing. Just Google it. Tokenize the text you found. This will tokenize a bunch of different ways. Then compare the two methods. I did a real simple compare right here. Oh, sorry, right here. But there's a million different ways to do it. So let's just go over this real quick. You can paste the text in here. Then it just splits it to tokens. So that would be like a regex split. It splits it on the space. This is NLTK. This is just going to tokenize it using that method. And again, I just set it as token 2. This is tokens. So I'm just going to look at the difference between tokens and token 2. If I want to compare another one, I can just set this one as token 2. It says sequences, I just name it token 2. Or, tokens 2. However you want to compare, you can visually do it. That's fine with me. This uses just kind of like a TensorFlow split on a space. It's not a very good method, I'll warn you. But you do see it every once in a while. Then here is a Keras TensorFlow method that works a little bit better. Here's, I think it's Ginsem, another method to do it. I also included some other ones that are spacey down here. I left spacey at the end because spacey a lot of times, well, at least in this way to do it, doing a loop like this, you'll see everything in a separate line. There's also Scikit-learn. I think I included a Hugging Face in the last week in some of the homework. There was a Hugging Face tokenizer. There's Stanford has one. So you can use any of these. Okay. The point is find some text, shift it to lowercase, compare two of these methods, and then tell me what you saw and how to make it better. Easy peasy. So let's just do this real quick. Yeah, I'm leaving collabs. We all know that. Okay. And I just do frequently downloaded books. The Iliad, the Brothers. It helps too if it's in English. This one. No way. I always look for plain text. Scroll down here somewhere. I'll scroll a little fast. And I'm just going to, it doesn't matter how much you really copy. I can't copy my text. Oh, still loading. Stop. There we go. Okay, so whatever. Just copy something like this. Like I said, you just need to have enough text that you have some special characters in it. You have some spaces, some punctuation, just some stuff in it, you know. So I just copied this. I mean, you saw it was just a random book. I mean, you can go down here and grab another book. It doesn't really matter. The Count of Monte Cristo, great book. And then just go down here and just boom. Sorry, still loading. There you go. Just copy this. I mean, that would work too. I mean, I can copy that right now. So anyways, though, now that I have that text, I'm just going to kind of put it in here after these 3 quotes and before these 3 quotes. Paste. Now I'm just going to, actually I'm going to run everything so that way I don't have to like take 10 minutes to run everything. So boom, you see it just automatically split this one and it did the NLTK one. So if I'm looking here already, I mean, I can already see the difference here. So see how this, the quotation mark, it made this a separate token and here it didn't. Here, the comma, see the comma right there? So in at last, the comma is part of the word. Here, NLTK broke into a separate token. Okay, so I mean, we see the difference just visually. So, I mean, if you want to do your homework, hey, I use the split and I use NLTK. I noticed that when I just split it on open space or space, you know, commas were attached to the word, which could cause a problem. You know, and like I said, what about the dashes? I mean, or periods? You know, because I'm sure this one's going to have periods. You know, period and dash. Where this has probably fixed it. So if I look at this, and like I said, I just did a word count. You can do anything. It doesn't have to be a word count. You can do length or however you want to do it. But the first one, I got 570 tokens. The last one, I got about 700. So you see, it's quite a difference. Here's a TensorFlow method that just kind of does it by split. It's a horrible method. You see it once in a while, but not really that common. We should come on, and you see it right here. This is what the output's like. Okay, let me keep going. So this method is using Keras TensorFlow's tokenizer. And you can, I mean, this is not very, I mean, I might have to kick that up a little bit more, but. Okay, so the is 1, and is 2, a is 3, 2 is 4, the comma is 5. So that's how this one tokenizes it. Okay, interesting. So you can kind of see a difference. Command is 64. There's a video, hopefully that that you watched, talked a little bit about TensorFlow's tokenization. They're like 2 videos. They're super great. I love the way the guy explains it. Here's another one, Jensen. This is a kind of like more of a machine learning process. But you see how it kind of did a really good job right here. You got rid of the commas and got rid of the dashes so far. Got rid of the periods. It's a nice way. You might want to compare these two, tokens 2, and just rerun it and then compare the 2. Here's some other ones I included. The Tokenizer from Hugging Face I included last week. We didn't talk about it, but I mean, that's what you did last week. So just another one. Scikit-learn CountVector, your blueprint book, I think, has an example of that, or you can just Google it. It's not super hard. It is that one. TextBlob, Stanford has one. Here's a Spacey. So again, that's all you gotta do. Nothing crazy, and it doesn't even have to be this much text. As long as you have enough text in there to kind of notice a difference. I'd say something like this. And you can get it from the Gutenberg press, free press. You get it from Kaggle. You can Google, hey, just give me a paragraph of text. You can use your old homework. As long as it's just plain text, you can copy and paste it. That's fine. I compare X and Y, or you guys saw lowercase it. But I lowercase it, which is real easy. Tokenize it, which again, I give you 4 or 5 examples. And there's 4 or 5 more examples you can Google on your own. compare the two methods, hey, I mean, we can see right here. Here's a difference. So like the word yes is different, onwards for the period, rest has a comma. So it looks like if I had to say, just from me to you, I would explain this, hey, I'm comparing just a split on a period and NLTK. So those are two methods to compare. And from a visual inspection, it looks like the split keeps a comma with the words. Okay, so that's the first three parts of homework. Number 4, I'd say, hey, before I did this data analysis, I would remove special characters. Or I would work on maybe, removing stop words and special characters, or punctuation. Instead of, I use the word special characters, but it's really punctuation. So you just say, hey, before I ran this in a tokenizer, I would just remove commas. I would remove periods. I would check for misspellings. Whatever. The next step would be maybe some, whatever you want to say. So again, it just do your best. If you have questions, let me know. Don't stress out over this. You all have enough skills to complete this. Hope everyone's doing fine. And again, you saw me do this in under 10 minutes and explain the whole assignment. Once you're done, just, hey, download, upload that, and just type up a few sentences in the thing, and you guys are done. If you have any questions, again, you have to give me at least 24 hours before the assignment's due. I'm not checking my email on Sunday and helping people. So if you have questions, let me know Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, up to Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Thank you, and have a great rest of your week.